and welcome to the Common Sense Experience, featured only on the Black Podcasters Network. This is episode number 56. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and that Spotify shit is still pending, so we'll see what that comes about. I'm Chuck, one of four. I'm here with my brothers, Amir, Hove, and Pete. But before we get into today's show, some of the topics we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about Bill Cosby's daughter passing away recently. We're going to dig into that, kind of figure out, give our perspectives on it. Then we're going to talk about the philosophy of treating others how you want to be treated. And is that a valid philosophy, especially in the 21st century? This is going to be an interesting one. Exclusively sexual in a monogamous relationship. And how does that work? Then we're going to talk about the Oprah Monique situation. And we'll also go into the sports. And then, of course, we'll end with the bars. But let's go ahead and get into it. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Mike check, what is this? What's good?
Politics as usual.
Man, say that one more time, man. Let them know what it is, man.
Yeah, no, man. That nigga's overriding my mic check. Let me do it again. Is this thing on? Mic check, 1, 2, what is this? What's good, brother?
Yeah. Let's take it there.
Yo, man, no doubt about it, man. This is about to be a great show, as y'all already heard about the topics that's going to be talked about today, though, man, and discussions. But, before we get into those, Jesus Christ, man, we have to always talk. I say Jesus Christ like I pray to him. I'm sorry, I'm a God person. Why would you do that? You got to be Franklin, You got to stop trying to go through the middleman. You got to go straight to connect. Go straight to God.
I ain't got no time.
The same pathway. That's just me. But not getting too much on that though. Not getting too deep. As always, man. Before we start the show, Pete has to tell us what's on his mind. Chuck has to tell us what's on his mind, though. But so, as always, start off, Pete. What the fuck is going on here? What's on your mind, man?
Hey man, before we get to that, man, I gotta definitely give a rest in peace shout out. AD the General, man, I just found out this lady gave me my first opportunity to perform and travel, and I actually won my first and only award through her program, best new artist and all that good shit. And I just found out she recently passed away, man. Young lady.
Oh shit, nigga, for real?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
saying. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yo, when she brought us to the city, oh shit!
Yeah, man. I just found out today she passed away.
Yo,
she was around our age.
What's her name again?
It's bad because
I know. We knew her as AD the General.
Yeah,
that was a good Twitter connect that came on. Oh shit!
Okay.
Yeah. On IG, she's AD the General on IG, man.
She was. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yo, what pop?
Just want to give.
No, this ain't the safe. Yo, what the fuck happened? I'm really taken back right now.
Yeah. I just found out myself, bro.
Oh
getting
shit!
In touch with some of her peoples now to see what's going on, but she wasn't no more older than us, man. I give her 35, 36 at the most, but she wasn't over 40. She ain't hit 40
Hell
yet,
no.
You know what I mean? So prayers and condolences to the NAB family, Elegant Hoodness, Special Gift Nab, Fifi, all them ladies out there rocking, keep pushing, doing your thing. And that gained another angel today, man. So rest in peace.
And that was today?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it had to be within the last 24 hours, man, because I seen all the condolences and everything like that. So she had to pass away last night or this morning.
Oh shit, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, rest up, man. Definitely rest up.
Yeah, so prayers up to her, man. So yeah, but
my bad.
All right, no, that's cool. Yeah, you didn't know. I meant to tell you.
Oh shit! That was honest. Shit.
Yeah. So but prayers up to her, man. And her family.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace.
Let's get back. Let's get back to this ignorance, man. So going to my gear segment. One of my son's coaches had recently put up a Black Lives Matter poster, right? So it says Black Lives Matter principles. and I'm going to read them all to you, and let me see, and I want to see if y'all know what's missing from these principles. All right, so it says Black Lives Matter principles: diversity, justice, restorative justice, unapologetically black, black families, black women, black villages, globalism, loving engagement, empathy, queer affirming, transgender affirming, queer affirming, transgender affirming, intergenerational, and collective value.
Intergenerational, okay.
So can y'all please tell me what I did not say, or if y'all do y'all notice anything missing?
Respect.
That.
Respect.
Anything else? Anybody else?
I'd say the health. They didn't mention anything about health.
Amir,
how about anything that has to do with the Wakanda rules?
I throw my X's up, baby.
All right,
what the fuck are we? What?
All right.
Oh, okay, so there's no redefining the con. Okay, all right, go ahead, because I don't.
How about black men? Let's talk about that. Black men is missing. You got black families, black women, black village. Black men is missing. And
that's what I'm saying. How about these rules?
And first of all, wasn't Black Lives Matters created because black men were getting killed by the cops? Wasn't that?
That's the. We watched it. We actually got a chance to watch it, and cops still got off. Like,
the Black Lives Matter movement was created by some
black men losing breath.
No, it was created by some faggots. I'm just gonna say this shit real, man. I ain't got time to fuck around, man, and play around with this goddamn shit. It's too much. It's too much.
These things happen.
It's too much.
Brothers make up 6.5% of the country's population, but 40% of us make up the prison population. Yet Black Lives Matter leave us out of their guiding principles. I'm not with the shit, man.
Damn.
Yo, that's crazy.
And you know what's even more fucked up? The dude that posted it, he was getting a lot of backlash by a lot of black women, bro. Like saying, like, well, why are y'all mad? Y'all included because it does say black families. But it's like, word? Like, we supposed to be the foundation. Like, black women is on there. Why can't black men be on there, too? Like, what? Are y'all trying to say black? Are we not a part of the black family?
Once again, we're pushed to the background.
Exactly.
Do we have too many Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels niggas leading too much shit as far as black manhood, in your opinion?
I would kind of get that.
Well, way more than they have. Bro. Way more than they should have.
Right. I wouldn't say it in the sense of, like, those are the people who are getting the spark because they're viewed more and they're out there more. But I won't say in the queer sense.
Well, imagery. Lee Daniels is queer. Definitely. Tyler Perry is still.
We already know.
It's the imagery of the Negro who is willing to go ahead and acquiesce to what white people want too much. It ain't got to be nothing to do with gay. It's just it's non.
Sit down, lay down. They're willing to lay down.
Drunk-ass motherfuckers, man.
Well, it's part of the demasculation of black men.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
Hello.
Yeah, that's the whole process, man. You know.
Well, that's crazy. Like, have y'all ever just step back and realize, like, when you look in the mirror, like, say you brushing your teeth and shit and getting ready in the morning, like, yo, the world is trying to fucking kill me.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think outside the box. Like, I do weird shit like that. I'm like, yo, what the, like, yo, the world's really trying to fucking take me up out of here. So besides just trying to live and handle my own business, take care of my family and my kids and my dad and all that shit like that, yo, the world really doesn't fucking want me here. Like, yo, that's fucking insane
I absolutely agree with that. But Pete, what made you come to this conclusion as far as the grinding your gears aspect, though? And then, Hov, I'm gonna go back on that. Well, I ain't taking over this topic though, but I just want to get into why Pete came to the conclusion.
Well, what made me come to the conclusion of doing this, right? Because I really sit down and think about the segment or what I'm going to say, and I usually come up with 3 topics, at least 3, and I pick one out of the 3. But what made me really choose this was the comments that were being left by black women on this man's page. Not now, mind you, not all black women, because some black women really came to our defense, and I appreciate y'all. But it was a lot more black women that didn't, and was really basically saying, "What y'all crying about? Why y'all bitching? Y'all don't forget. Y'all forget about us." And that rhetoric is bothersome to me. I don't know if y'all boys seen it within the last few shows. Like the whole shit with the whole issue with me is like, what is the conversation? What is the conversation that we actually having? It's arguments. It's being combative. There's no dialogue really happening between the black brother and the black sister, and I really don't understand that. And it seems like every time a black man has an issue or wants to speak out on something, in return they get, "Oh, y'all just bitching, y'all crying, y'all crybabies." Reason why we stay emotionless. Reason why we'll walk away from a room to cry by ourselves so other people won't see it. Because we get called as babies. We get degraded for any type of emotion we show. And I think that's fucked up, man. I don't get that. It's like a lose-lose situation between mental health and being a fucking crybaby. It's like, which one is it? What type of dialogue are we having? So that's the main reason why I wanted to bring this to attention, man.
Yeah. Amir, really quick, I know you want to hop in, but kind of piggyback what you said, Pete. You got to think about like this. That's part of that's built into the Western culture of men suppressing their emotion. Just think about it. When we're kids and we're crying and we're getting ass beat. What does our parents tell us? Shut up, stop crying.
Yep.
Like what? You beat my ass? What are you talking about? Stop crying. Right? You smash your foot against the edge of that metal fucking bed frame. You talking about to stop crying? This shit fucking hurt. What do you mean stop crying? But that's been programmed into society that if you show emotion, you're less of a man. Like you're not. There's this concept of masculinity where it involves big muscles, a full fucking beard, tattoos, and you killing the fucking deer, dragging it across the lawn, and throwing that shit on the grill. Like that's not, in my opinion, that's not masculinity. That I don't view masculinity. I don't view it that way.
Honestly, like that's why I think I rock with buttons so much, because I can honestly say, like, I'm an emotional individual. My emotions are fucked up. Yeah. And I don't like that as a man, I'm not allowed to show that. Or if I show that, I just got word that my ex-wife called me needy to some other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, because I have an emotional side. I'm viewed as needy instead of just I'm a nigga that got emotions and I'm fucked up at this one point in time, and I need my at that time wife, which is ex-wife's help. Like, yo, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is crazy as hell, like the way that masculinity is viewed. Like, you can't have emotions. You're supposed to keep getting stabbed, shanked, and beat the fuck down and not say shit about it.
Yeah,
that's crazy, despicable man. As fuck, and life shouldn't like work like that. That's not how the shit works. Because then we always get charged with, you ain't think of a woman's feelings? Motherfucker, you ain't think about mine?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Everything should be 50-50 in this world. That's the way I view it.
And that's
like,
the thing.
But I look on some sucker shit if I'm fucked up one day. You know what I mean? That's crazy as hell.
That's the thing. Amir, before you hop in, I'm gonna just end my piece, my thoughts on this. Like, that's a perfect example. It's like they quick to tell you nothing is 50-50. It's 60-40. It's 80-20. It's blah blah blah. It's this, that, and the third. No, it ain't, man. That's what y'all saying. That's what y'all telling me. But I'm crazy to think that it's supposed to be 50-50. Like the example that Hov just gave, his ex calling him needy. But at the end of the day, we were in a relationship together. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you're in a relationship together for so long, it's more than just girlfriend, boyfriend shit, all your vulnerabilities get exposed. Everything gets exposed. Yeah. So if Hov was to turn around and say the same shit that she said, oh, nigga, why you speaking on that? You know what I'm saying? That's your relationship. That's in the past. Why you talking about that? That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? So why is it cool for them to do that? Or even put a title on it, needy, You know what I'm saying? You knew what you was getting into when we were together. You know what type of person I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one to disrespect nobody, you know, after being that long in a relationship. But it's like to come at my neck or somebody else's neck saying, well, this was the problem, this was the issue. Like, we both weren't in the same relationship. Like, we're both not guilty of situations. That's crazy to me. And that tells me it's going to take forever to get to the dialogue where we need to get in the first place.
Exactly.
50-50 is a tug of war. I just got to keep it real. Man is head of household now. Man should give a woman, obviously, I don't know, it could be 52-48, it could be 55-45, but there should be, being a woman and letting a man be a man isn't sacrificing your womanness if it's for the better good of the unionship. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. And this is the type of shit that leads to inauthenticity in relationships. Like, I can't even be authentic with you because you judging me saying I'm needy. Well, shit, next time I need some emotion, I'm not coming to you. I'm gonna go talk to this other shorty who's a lot more open, right?
That's why I ain't married no more. I'm gonna own that. Man. I can own that shit. That's exactly why I'm not married anymore.
It's like, I can't come to you. What do you expect me to do? Bottle this shit up? Absolutely not.
I mean, I'm gonna go fucking crazy. I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, so that's why I gotta talk to the
and
other
I got sickle cell on top of it, man. Fuck that. I got shit to do.
Yeah. So it's either two things: either I fuck around, either I fuck another chick, or I go ahead and go to my friends. Now, going to my friends seems like that would be the best of the two.
I went to my friends and I got cursed out by going to my friends. Y'all got cursed out with me. Thank you, friends.
Might as well get some other friends.
And that's why I'm not married no more. Yeah.
It's like
mother pussy though, but it's, as far as what you talking about, Pete, as far as those rules and everything, it's the Black Lives Matter movement is just like the civil rights movement. That's all it is. It's just a modern day civil rights movement. Just that we have Instagram and Twitter and hashtags now. But that would be the civil rights movement if we had that back then. That's all it is. The civil rights movement, it does nothing for us. It tries to go ahead and get us further into a burning building, like Martin Luther King said when we got the voting rights and we integrated in schools and all that. Yeah. So that's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know.
What's the point?
That's all the Black Lives Matter movement is, because there's no reason why you should have to go to the government to tell you that your life matters in the fucking first place. So once you're going to them, you're showing that you're weak. Yeah. What the fuck are you going to a government to tell them that their life matters?
It's because they're still
fighting in
for
the street and tell them, yo, man, listen, man, don't kill me, man, my life matters. They don't go to motherfucking, you know what I mean? You don't go to no hood and be like, yo, hey, dog, my life matters, bro. Like, yo.
Shit, if you ain't in that hood, shit, your shit don't matter that much anyway. If you don't win them niggas' hood, that shit don't matter anyway. Nigga, you knew what you was going.
Right. So it's crazy, man, that we even have that term. So why the fuck are we going to them to tell us our life matters? Nah, bruh. Take this rope, put it on your own neck.
Crazy, that shit is honestly crazy, though.
Yeah, go ahead and put that on your neck, Buck.
Yeah, real quick. This is real quick, young boys. I don't know if we want to make this. I don't know if we want to say this topic for another show or what, but I just wanted to put this in your brain because it just seemed like Chuck said, like an agenda against us, man. Like, I don't know. I saw DL Hughley put up a meme, like, well, not a meme, but it was like one of them picture things, and it said, if your woman pays half of the bills, would you be still considered a provider as a man? Right? And it's like, I'm thinking, like, why is that even a fucking question?
Yeah.
If your woman pays half the bills, that means you still pay half, right?
Like, you still provide. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Me and my wife, I don't got it. You know what I'm saying? We split the rent. I do light and gas. She do cable because she work from home and need the Wi-Fi and shit. But we split the rent. but I pay light, gas, and water. You know what I'm saying? So why is that even I'm still providing. I'm still providing a roof and shit. So it's like, why even bring those? Why even throw that out there to the public? You know what I'm saying?
Old world rules,
bro. If you should have seen it, if you would have seen the comments on the DL Easley shit, man, the comments is crazy, bro. So I don't know if we want to talk about that now or later. It's just like certain shit that I peep on the internet. It's just like, why, bro? I feel like it's an agenda or something.
Here's my caveat. Here's my only question. I know, Chuck, you gonna get in. You want to get in on this though. I just gotta say this though. What bills are we paying beyond the bills that we need to go ahead and fit into your wants? Because we don't really need much, but there is a certain standard that society makes women feel like they have to hold up to, and then they make you as a man feel like you less than if you don't hold up to those standards. That if you don't provide this, then if you don't have this, then you're less of a man. So what is your standard for me providing you as my woman that I have to hold up to? That makes us have to be in a position where you have to go ahead and provide half.
Are we going to wait?
Is that right or wrong?
Are we going to wait, or are we going to just go in?
You know what? Let's wait. Because this is
okay.
But I love it.
I started rolling the fucking barrel. Okay, cool.
I felt like it was going to go there. Chuck, did you want to say anything before we?
Nah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna wait because
If we gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
This is gonna be a good fucking topic. So
what's next,
Chuck? What's on your mind, brother?
Believe it or not, I haven't been on social media too much this week. I haven't been.
Now?
Huh? He's not Ripley's word. That's a good punchline too. I haven't been on social media that much, so nothing has come across my radar. I did watch a Breakfast Club interview. It was like a clip of it, and it's not nothing serious. Everybody makes their own choices, but Charlamagne the God, this is when P. Diddy was on the Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne was asking him questions about some questionable shit, like, "Yo, bro, you gay?" And just by his yeah, that's some shit. I think I watched that joint. It was just like Charlamagne was asking him the questions, and he just got like real quiet. Like he looked real suspect, not answering those questions directly. I mean, if you gay, you gay. I mean, that's not my boat. But just, I mean, don't. No, but I said it's like, don't be ashamed if you're gay. Like, you've been known as Puff Daddy, you was rocking with Biggie and all that shit, and helping a lot of artists get on. Like, if you gay, bro, you gay. I mean, that's your thing, bro. Don't hide it, right? It ain't gonna make you.
Did he introduce Biggie to Mr. C? That's neither here nor there.
That's fucked up.
Forbidden fruit, watch for the Adam's apple.
Yeah. So I bring that up. Just saying, man, like, apple pie. He said, "Well, no, I bring that up, man, because it's like we can't be ashamed of who you are, man. I'm saying whether you get it straight. I mean, you like, fucking bitches 10 times a week. Hey, look, don't be ashamed of who you are, man. Just don't. Of course, there's certain.
Yes, he okay.
Of course, there's moral principles, right? Like if you talking about pedophilia, then that shit, we ain't that. Yeah, nah. But there's, I mean, but you talking about straight, like if you a dude and you gay and you like dudes, like that's your thing, bro. Like, do you, man?
Rough, man. He ain't paying shit.
Well, Leon Phelps says he's clearly gay.
Leon Phelps, that's the nigga's name.
Shout out to Oprah Winfrey and Gail. Listen, man. We know what time it is, man. But it's nothing wrong. Like I said, James Baldwin was gay, but it was very revolutionary.
Yeah, facts.
Like you said about, we talking about the brother was Naeem Akbar.
Naeem Akbar, yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying no.
Revolutionary in his heyday.
Right.
He switched gears now, but in his heyday,
right. No, he switched more than gears. Look, man, just because you like to take it in the ass doesn't mean you can't be for our
people. Shit, goddamn.
You can be for our people, you know what I mean? But, we don't got to agree with your lifestyle, but that's what they do. He takes it in the ass. He's Naeem
But he has to change his name, though. He can't keep the name Naeem Akbar. Because Naeem Akbar wasn't taking dick in the ass.
He's doing it, yeah. Naeem Akbar. But listen, man, this is just jokes, man. But in all seriousness, yeah, you can have certain things that people can disagree with. There's certain things, like, you know what I'm saying, though. I'll far respect James Baldwin over Ray Lewis. I respect someone who's gay over a coon. I don't have to like your lifestyle. I ain't with that shit. But you do what you do, and you do what you do.
Yeah.
Just don't try to put your lifestyle on to these young boys in our community.
Yeah,
do what you do, and do what you do. That's it. That's just my thing. Just do what you do and know what you do. And after that, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though, man. Pete, you had any words? Not to good, Pete.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just keep pushing.
Chuck, was you done?
Yeah. No, that was it for me, man. So get shit popping.
All right, man. Because all right, man. Ensa Cosby, and may she rest in peace. At the age of 44, passed away. Result of the death is unknown as of right now, quote unquote. Also, get well. Rick Ross. It's been many reports, so I don't know what's exactly going on though. But I hope that brother goes ahead and recovers from whatever is going on with him. But I want to talk about this Ensa Cosby death because I wasn't comfortable with what went on as far as with her death, the unknowns of it, the fact that she was only 44. We know about the Bill Cosby situation. So I kind of want to get y'all thoughts. So Pete, I'm gonna start with you, Chuck, and then Hov, you can round it out, and I'll go ahead and finish the topic after that. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, man, Pete?
I know where you're going with it, man. But honestly, I don't know. Like, rest in peace, my condolences to the Cosby family. Absolutely. Now, it has been reports that she has been dealing with sickness and supposedly was waiting on, I think, a kidney, I believe. If I'm just quoting right now, I don't know for sure. But apparently she has been dealing with health issues for the longest, and stress can always enhance the health issues. And I know she definitely been going through stress, riding for her pops. But that's not to say that anything is impossible. I won't say that. It is kind of funny that, I think Bill Cosby was acquitted on a few. I don't know if he had another trial coming up, but I know he was acquitted on most. And, after that, you would think the air would be a little more calmer, but for her to pass away after some good news, that is kind of, it's kind of sketchy. But either way, a life is lost, and it probably shouldn't have been lost as early, and it's just fucked up, man. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, that was. You normally don't take that route though, Pete. Though, but that was very politically correct. No, I appreciate that.
Yo, man.
You trying to go ahead and alley-oop? Trying to give me the alley-oop? Like, you know what? I'm a go ahead and slam dunk it, Sean Kemp. Though I'm a GP it. That's cool, man.
Man, you know what? Real shit though. I had a different response. I don't know. It's just a lot of death, man. It's just fucked up. You know what I mean? I peel the onions back. Like, it's too much death, dog. Like, for what, man?
It's been a lot of
it's too much. There's a lot
of death going on for agendas that's not of our own. It's not for the regular people. You know what I mean? All these fucking school shootings. You know what I mean? And Bill Cosby.
There was just one like 2 days ago, right?
Yeah. But he killed two cats at the college. He ain't doing a whole full spray, but he killed two joints.
It was a fucking teacher in Georgia shooting. Y'all talking about people who guns and shit. It was a teacher, dog. It was a teacher.
Shit.
So yeah, I know that's not the question and all that, but just too much fucking death, man.
That's perfect. Chuck, what are your thoughts, brother?
I share the same sentiments as Pete. Like I don't. I mean, it is kind of fishy. You know, and the fact that Bill Cosby already lost his son to racist
Ennis,
right?
Yeah. Shout out to Ennis, man.
Yeah, so for his daughter to pass at such a young age, from needing a kidney, like Bill still got bread. Like I don't understand like how she was still waiting on the kidney. Like I'm sure there's kidneys in abundance available to her for her to have received a kidney, but I'm pretty sure some of the powers to be got upset that he, got off, and they said, well, no, let's let her wait, So it's sad, man. It really is, and I wonder how Bill Cosby is going to respond to this. That's going to be the interesting piece, And of course, you're going to have some cold-hearted motherfuckers out there saying this is karma coming back for your ass and all types of shit, which is crazy to say to somebody who just lost a child. But the trolls will be out there saying that type of shit. But yeah, man. So I can't speak much on it, but it definitely to me, it definitely is fishy. Being that this is specifically directly Bill Cosby's daughter, and he still got bread. So her needing a kidney shouldn't have been even an issue for her to receive one.
It's a shame that in this day and age, with all the money that Bill Cosby has, that he couldn't even John Q his daughter. It's kind of coincidental.
What did Kanye say in this song? He said, "You still a nigga with a coupe."
Yeah.
You had all the money in the world, bro, but you still a nigga.
Right. That's NBC. What are your thoughts, brother?
I'm with the wave of the team. Like, this shit's crazy. It's very, very sad that man just lost his daughter. It don't add, even with bread, like how she couldn't get a kidney. But and that's not even disrespecting the people who don't have money, who can't get kidneys because they can't get bumped up in the system and shit. With the sickle cell shit that I live with, like how hard it is to get bone marrow transplant and shit like that. It ain't saying just because of that, but it's fucked up with the timing. But life happens that way, and life ends that way, and it's fucked up that a life was lost, and somebody honestly isn't breathing air any longer. Like, that's real fucked up. So I hope her journey is well, and I hope, even after this shitty life that we live in, everything can go peaceful. It's all that exists in the afterlife, but it is sketchy as shit. But I don't want to place things on that. A young woman passed away, and it's terrible. And I hope Bill keep his head up even through all this tragic shit that they've been trying to kill him over the past 5 years, basically. So it's on you, good brother Meyer.
Yeah, I appreciate all your opinion, man, because it was very beautifully said and everything, though. But I'm just gonna keep it all the way fucking real. I'm not saying that wasn't. I'm just gonna go ahead and let me be your interpreter. This is some bullshit. I'm not comfortable with it. And I'm not comfortable with certain shit. I usually find out that most of the shit that I'm not comfortable with usually comes out to be a reason why that I'm not comfortable with certain shit. And look, man, they killed this woman. My opinion. And until I find out further notice, I believe that there's ways that they can go ahead and enhance certain shit to make you die faster, especially if they're the ones giving you the medicine. You know what I'm saying, though, which is why man-made medicine and all that, which is why the doctors and all that stuff isn't really good for you, though. Shout out to Dr. Sebi for giving us that information. And the other doctors out here who are trying to fight against the system and somehow mysteriously end up dead. It's neither here nor there. Well, actually, it's there, but I don't feel like this is just an isolated incident with this young lady. Now the other children that might be around probably won't fight as much as she was very vocal in fighting for Bill Cosby, and the other children weren't necessarily to that forefront. So to take her down, I mean, and we see, because if y'all don't know, Yolanda King, Bill Cosby, not Bill, Yolanda King, Martin Luther King, oldest daughter, she passed away kind of early, and now the children are fighting between each other. Dexter and Martin Luther King the third, and Bernice, who she's a beast though, but she doesn't have power turned over them because she's the baby. Yolanda King was the oldest, and so we see this though. We see what happened to Betty Shabazz, and so we know what they do to make sure that they silence those ones who really are powerful and be able to go on ahead and carry on the legacy to certain things. This is not the first time. So just research that history, though. I don't want to go too far into it, though. I'm pretty sure we'll have that for another day, though. But yeah, man, I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with this at all. Doesn't sit well with me. Got any more thoughts? Yeah, good.
Oh, I'm good, man.
Prayers to the family, man.
Okay,
fuck
man.
Fuck the bullshit. Let that man.
Yeah.
Fuck the evil shit. He lost a daughter, yo.
Yeah.
He lost a child. So prayers to the family.
There's no doubt about it. We have to always, definitely prayers to the family, and that if anybody knows us, that goes without saying, though. I mean, I'm glad you said that, though, Pete, though, because that was something that we should have said first. Prayers to the family, though, but it's just when something sits in your heart, and you have to kind of talk about it. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with it.
That's true shit. You're right.
I'm not comfortable with it, man.
You're right, brother.
Okay. Speaking of shit that I'm not comfortable with, we often hear the saying, show them you're the bigger person, or kill them with kindness when it comes to people that have wronged you in life. I agree with that mostly in most situations, though, but there are little times where I feel like, you know what, man, I'm going to treat people how they treat me, or not deal with them at all in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, you'll have family members, or you'll have, people you've known for a long time, friends of the family, friends of your own, and you deal with them on how they deal with you, and now you become wrong or looked down or looked at as, you're better than them, so you should be better than them, and you shouldn't stoop down to their level. And it's like, no, I'm not stooping down. I'm just dealing with them accordingly, in my opinion. So I guess to kind of get your opinion, Chuck, I ask you that question, man. How do you feel about, that in general? Pete, and then Hope's go answer, and I'll go ahead and round it out. So go ahead, Chuck, man. How do you feel, brother?
For me, it has to be some type of like a balance, right? You can't always be on 10. Meaning, you can't always be friendly and this uppity and this nice person, and somebody slap you in the face and say, "Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Thanks for the slap." Some crazy shit, though, right?
Time out. That was funny.
That was good.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Because sometimes you had these overly righteous motherfuckers. Like somebody had posted something about Black Panther, and I mean, there's a lot of shit been posted about Black Panther, but there's a black guy posted it and he's saying, well, all these people going to support Black Panther, but yet they won't support their own communities. And I'm thinking in my back of my head, like, you the same motherfucker that's probably still shopping at Walmart and Target and shopping on Amazon, all of the other sites that don't support the Black community. So you just a hypocrite.
Where'd you see this at, Chuck?
Huh?
Where'd you see this at?
It was on Facebook. It was a while ago, like a couple weeks ago.
Okay. On Facebook. Is Facebook all my Black people?
Yeah. Right? Like you posting this through Facebook. Like, come on, bro. Like, people just.
Is the phone he used
Right? If you got T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, and Sprint, they ain't doing shit for the black community.
Although it was invented by a black man, but
yeah,
we're not
that's true. Facts. Yeah,
but don't forget the but.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's one of them things where you have to be careful because you got sheep's and wolves clothing, or wolves in sheep clothing, right? People out here who they'll take advantage of you because you're nice, right? And that's something that I've dealt with, and I still deal with today. Like Amir and Pete, I'm pretty sure you've seen glimpses of it. Whole, I'm pretty sure you've seen glimpses of it. But Amir knows, like, I have a side. Like, if you push me to that other side, bro, it's like, damn, this Chuck. Like, so I don't like going there. So I, in some situations, will allow people to step on me to prevent that from happening, and that's not cool, right? That's not cool, because people will see that weakness, quote unquote weakness, and then they'll start taking advantage of you. So you can't always be on 10. Assalamu alaikum. Like, you got to have a point where, like, nah, I'm cool, nah, I'm friendly, but if you step out of line, or if you say this to me, X, Y, and Z, I'm not turning the other cheek. Right, we're gonna have a discussion. We're gonna figure out what's the best way to resolve it, because I don't want it to get to that level. So I used to be of the opinion, and it says in the Bible that something about turn the other cheek or whatever. Like, nah, that's not my philosophy anymore. Like, that has to be a balance. Like, it's one of the laws of life. The laws of the universe is balance. There has to be a balance. You can be nice most of the time, but then if you got some times where you got to call some people out or put some people in check, then yeah, you got to do it. Because if not, they gonna step all over you.
I agree with that. I love that Assalamu alaikum reference. that was awesome. Yeah, but you're right though, man. Sometimes you gotta kind of be, you gotta let them know. So what are your thoughts, Pete?
Look, man. It depends, man. Everybody on this phone know me. You know what I mean? I'm about energy. And if I don't feel your energy, bro, it is what it is. It can go one of two ways.
Yeah.
I wish you nigga would, son. No, nah, man. You treat up, man. That's how I was brought up. You treat people how they treat you. You know what I mean? You start off with it. You start off with the kindness. You start off with the pleasantries and shit. But after the 1, 2, after the third time of the shits, that's when you give them the shit. It's steps. It's all about steps and the situation. Yeah. That's my thing. You know what I mean? Like Chuck said, sometimes you stay reserved because, like, perfect example what Chuck just said. That's kind of me at work, bro. Like, yeah. Sometimes I'm quiet. I don't say shit. I don't talk. I chill. Niggas think I'm just the mean black guy that don't speak at work. If they see me on with y'all, motherfuckers be surprised. But yeah. Black man around a whole bunch of white people, you think you gotta, not be you, basically. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you reserve yourself even more than you would like to, just so they won't see that side. You know what I mean? Or just so you can keep the gig and they say, oh, P, snap the nigga neck. What the fuck? We didn't expect it. I'm fired and can't feed my kids and shit. But that's the mentality. Sometimes you gotta get out of a certain mentality to not suffocate. So, like I said, it depends on the situation, man. We all had to grow into it and mature into it, because let's be real, we all was on 10 once upon a time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's never 10 was the shit. Like, if you under 10, what's wrong with this nigga? But you grow up, you live, you learn, you go through shit, and now you act accordingly. And if need be, you gotta, keep the other cheek from turning and smack a motherfucker, then that's what it is. It depends.
I'm glad y'all said that. For me, look, man. I'm not gonna judge anybody that, especially when it comes to a loved one, that decides to deal with a person, you know what I'm saying, though, from who they are. So I think a lot of times, this is why I say that love is selfish sometimes, because I think a lot of times that we tend to deal, and it was a topic that was actually talked about on another show, but it did kind of give me perspective, because we do kind of deal with sometimes with people on our expectation of who they should be instead of who they actually are. Mm-hmm. Our own expectation. And so to treat them with kindness, to kill them with kindness and things like that, sometimes you have to understand that you have to be an example to them of what is. Not everybody, but I'm just saying some people you have to be that for them. There are some people that I believe that are putting your life for you to be that example to them, and it's difficult. It's difficult to do that and then watch them pretty much go against everything that you're trying to teach them. I'm assuming being a parent is that way.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all said that. He was like, yeah, man, yeah, that's what it is. Is that what being a parent is? Just to ask y'all.
Because
it plays a part. Go ahead, Chuck. My bad. Go ahead.
You're really because I'm saying, like, we've been through a lot of shit, and I'm saying, we still are early, we're still young, but in the years we've been through a lot of shit, and we try to, as much as possible, prevent our kids from making some of the same mistakes that we made. And when they're not lining up, just to give you a perfect example, I may have said this story back on one of the earlier episodes, but a couple of years ago, I ordered a book online. It was The 7 Wealth Secrets of Black Millionaires, something like that. And I accidentally ordered 2 of them. And so when I got the books, I emailed the supplier, like, yo, I accidentally ordered 2. Can I go ahead and cancel one? Like, oh, no, it's too late. We can't cancel it. Just, when you get the book, send it back to us. I'm like, I ain't going through all that shit. So I gave it to my oldest. I'm like, yo, read this. She's at the time was like 16. Like, yo, read this. I said, I wish I would have had this type of information when I was your age. About 2 or 3 weeks went by. I asked her, did you read the book? No, I didn't read it. I was pissed, bro. Like, I was really mad. Like, yo, we as parents, like, our one of our goals is to try and steer our kids to not make some of the same decisions that we make, some of the same choices that we make. And when they're not lining up with the vision that we have, at least in my opinion, that's when it becomes like frustrating. Like, damn, I see the path they're going because I've been down that path. Right. At the end of the day, we can't, because they're their own unique person. So we can't shift them in a direction that they don't want to go. So if my daughter, if they don't want to learn financial concepts as much as it'll burn me, there's nothing I can do about that. I can't force them. I can't force them off the path that they're going, because everybody has their own individual path, and each path will lead up to a certain destination. So everybody's path is unique, right? You can't steer somebody off their path, because then their destiny won't be fulfilled, whatever that may be.
Is there, just dealing with anybody, is there a way in which is there a stoppage point then?
No, I don't think you can never stop. Like, you can always drop nuggets here and there, but I think there's a point where you stop the more progressive, more I don't say aggressive approach, but the more forward moving approach. Like, look here, read this book. Here, read this book. Here, go to this class. At a point, you'd be like, that class would be a good idea to take, and just drop little nuggets here and there. So there is a point where you have to back off eventually, because like this sheer force won't work.
You'll drive yourself crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, especially kids these days, man. These motherfucking kids is off the fucking chain.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to force them in a different direction than they want to go. It's like, nah, well, you working against natural law at that point, bro. Like, like there's some physics or some type of shit that comes into play. Like, when you try and push some shit down, it eventually rise again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, man. It's a hard thing to deal with when you know that what you're saying is right, and then people are going against it though, and then it's a hard thing also when when you have to. I guess another part of the question is like, when have you ever? Do you feel like the being the bigger person is like going through that issue as well, as far as someone that's wronged you? You know what I mean? And like having to go ahead and say, you know what, you got it, Chief.
Well, I think at that point, I know I keep like, but I think at that point, bro, like it's more so for yourself than the other person. Like being like when it comes
true,
to
but all right. So, but people say that. All right. So there's an internal thing though, but you have to also feed the external at times. At what point do you say, all right, you know what? Because I feel like, all right, you gotta let karma sometimes get people, but I do also feel like sometimes, you know, God might make you the karma.
And that's what it is. That's real shit. Like,
am I bugging by saying that?
No, not at all, man. There's no specific point. Everybody got a limit, man. You know what I mean? Everybody has a limit. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a limit. Everybody has a point to when it comes to like, all right, man, look. You know what I mean? It's what it is. And sometimes people get to that point quicker because maybe, I don't know, you know, the patient is not, all your patience is not there. Sometimes you get to that point sooner than you would like. And that shit happens too, but, you know, if you learning from it, if you really doing what you're supposed to do in life, and that's learning from the shit that you go through, whether it be a victory or a mistake, you learn to when to and when not to. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And shit, I'm still learning that shit myself. You know, we all got family. You know, it's like, look, bro, you know, I'm talking. It's like, all right, I hear you. But at the end of the day, it's like, look, you know, this is what the fuck it is. So I think that point, everybody has that point. It's all about the timing on when to get to that point, I guess is what I'm saying.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. I definitely feel you on that. So everybody has their boiling point. And I feel like before you get to that boiling point, you need to be honest about what it is that you're dealing with. It's not about them; it's about you. Yeah. I'm about to literally kill myself because I'm worried about you, and then you're not giving a fuck about me because you're seeing that I'm at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel y'all on that, man. Yeah, it's slippery. So I'm pretty sure this is the question that we're gonna go ahead and go over again, though. But I'm gonna get into this third one, bro, real quick, man.
I ain't gonna be quick.
Won't be real quick.
I ain't gonna be quick, man. This shit ain't gonna be quick.
We often hear once you're married in a serious relationship, you should just have sex with that one person. But everyone who's married or but everyone who is married in a serious relationship still occasionally wants to fuck other people. It's just an honest thing, man. And everybody, you know, sometimes you might want to be a monogamous freak. I don't know how to say it, man, but you know what I'm saying, though. But they want to build with that person. They want to build with one person. They don't want to go ahead and be in all types of relationships. They want to build with one person, but they still want to do what they do, but still respect the boundaries of that relationship, where it's not disrespect. You're not just fucking that person's, you know, aunt and mother and sister and cousin and all that shit, though. You know what I mean? Even people in the community, you know. But you might, you know what I mean? You might head out, you know, to a vacation to Belize or Costa Rica, and do what you do. And that's not just for men. That might be how a female is built. I don't know. You know, I can't speak from that perspective because I'm not a female, but I know from male perspective that we don't, it is what it is. We don't think necessarily always the same. And I know sometimes that, that gets us in trouble because women punish us for how we're built, which is bullshit. But society would make these people feel guilty. So what are your thoughts on this and monogamy in general? I'm going to start with Chuck because I know Pete.
I'm going to laugh.
Pete's not going to laugh.
Chuck, I'm going to start with the least of the evil right now. Chuck, what are your thoughts?
Call recording off. All right.
That was a good one, Chuck. You saved that one in the pocket for that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, I dig it.
Oh man. It's because I think with this, I think, and what's crazy is that this whole monogamy and polyamorous, this poly lifestyle stuff is actually coming onto the scene a lot more. A lot more people are coming out. Actually, I came across a blog post the other day, and they were saying like the top searches of 2017 in Google. I think like one of the fourth or fifth one of those questions was how to have an open relationship, how to have an open marriage. Out of all the fucking questions, the fourth question Googled the most in 2017 was how to have an open relationship.
Right.
And that's, you're talking about millions and millions of people typing this search into a fucking Google. So that right there should say, okay, well, what is this pointing to? Like, why are people asking this question? And I believe it's because they're starting to realize that monogamy is not a natural way of relating, because we're all connected. We're all social beings. And I think the issue is that there comes a time where the issue is that we're looking at like primitive, like base desires versus, I guess, quote unquote, higher moral, I'll say religious, a religious moral philosophy behind it. So from a primitive standpoint, nowhere in nature do you see any of the other mammals sleeping with one person. Like I told you about the video.
Animal gets they fuck on.
I told you about the video the other day. It's like, I think last month, where a female lion was laying on the ground, and I'm not even fucking joking, dog. 3 male lions just came to fuck shit of her. One came in, finished. Another one came right after they finished, and then the third one came in, like all sequential, like all back to back, like right out in the open, and she's just laying there, just chilling. Like, and that's and people are like, well, that's their animals, and they're mammals, and they're different from. How much different from animals and mammals are we? I mean, obviously there's definitely biological differences, but if you peel back all the other shit or peel back the onion, in the words of like my man Pete say, like it's not like there's similarities, and that's how a lot of the ancient societies developed some of the healing systems, because they observed and watched the animals and looked at how the animals will move about in their daily operation. Like, okay, well, like, for example, I'm going to be kind of transparent, no homo, no pause, whatever. There's this exercise called the deer exercise. And the ancient Taoists, they observed the deers, and they realized the deers do certain movements with their abdomen, with their sexual area. And they realized that if men and women implemented some of the techniques that the deers were using, that they could enhance their sexual prowess. So I've been doing that shit like the past month. I know I'm kind of going like way off fucking topic, but that shit would have left feel like a motherfucker. Damn.
I'm just listening, man.
But if
you're trying to get your body ready for to be poly. To be polyamorous, Chuck?
I plead the fifth. But
these thoughts are only brought by Amir Henry. And Amir Henry only.
The thoughts and views of common sense experience.
Solely by Amir Henry. But yeah, man, if you think about it, bro, like how can you have passionate sex with one person for 40, 50, or 60? Like, how can that same passion that was there at the beginning of that courtship be there 60 years later? Unless these are two spiritually cultivated, like sexually cultivated motherfuckers, which is usually not the case with most couples. Like they don't have that sexual alchemy between each other. So that passion is going to dwindle off after about 10 or 15 years. And that was just like routine. Like, I'm gonna get my nut off. Let me make sure she get her nut off. Right. So we're not saying like, and I'm not saying like, look, you got to leave this person. Like, yo, like when you look at contrast, like, well, let me go have this experience. Let me go have that experience. But you can still appreciate that primary partner. And it could be for different reasons, right? Like when it comes to the polyamorous shit, like people think it's all about sex. Like it's not. Like there's people who have an open relationship and they have multiple partners and they got like 2 or 3 partners where they're just chilling. Like they work on business together. They're going out for a drink. They're having these intellectual conversations because, and I think we said this on a previous episode, like it's impossible to get all of your needs met from one person. That is impossible. I don't see how that's even a logical thing to consider, saying this one person can fulfill all my needs and my desires, all my wants. This one person can fulfill.
Let's not lose you know what I'm saying though, sight of the fact that Chuck said alchemy in this conversation.
And
the fact that he's working off different muscles.
I'm gonna end it here.
Listen, I'm gonna let y'all know, man. Listen, Chuck is trying to be out here and be a beast. That nigga said I'm working all types of muscles to get my fuck on. That nigga's about to. That nigga Chuck is in Wakanda.
Nah, but it's I don't know, man, and I'll end it here because I know I've been going on for a minute. But you're in a relationship, long-term relationship, marriage, and you're only fucking like once or twice a month, if that. You fucking once twice every 3 or 4 months. Like how? And then this is either partner going outside of that to get that specific need met. Like how can we? Like I don't see how somebody can get mad at that because like it's. Like we're not fucking. Like what you expect? Like what do you want me to do? Masturbate all the fucking time? That shit don't fucking work. Can't compare it. That shit's not on the same pedestal as pussy. It's not. So it's like, all right, well, let's have a conversation of why we're not having more sex. And it kind of goes back to what you said earlier, Pete. Like the communication piece, like the conversation is not being had. Like why are we only fucking twice a month, once a month? Twice a quarter, like why is that a case? Like what's the issue going on?
Like, said twice a quarter.
But some people had like some people had that situation.
Hey, dog, niggas got kids. We tired, bro.
Oh shit. Oh man.
All right, so
yeah,
should that negate from your needs? I don't know.
Nah, man. It's
that negate from a man's needs?
The
man's needs, period.
We're having kids? No, it shouldn't, bro. Like Pete, that's my opinion, bro. It shouldn't, man. Like because you got kids, that shouldn't, man. Like because this is why I say about the 50-50 shit. It's like 55-45 seems to make the more sense than, or 60-40 than that, because at 50-50 you're playing the tug of war. Somebody has to be able to win, but still consider the person that's giving more of the sacrifice at the end of the day. And that seems like that's the relationship. Those type of relationships have worked more than the 50-50. Or even the opposite end of the man acquiescing to the woman. Because, that doesn't work. Yeah.
I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah. Like we gotta look at
respect the man who's acquiescing to her whim all the time.
It's like we gotta look at the roles that are being played, right? And not view those roles from a judgmental standpoint. Like if you were a stay-at-home dad, but your shorty out there, she the one working, but you're providing in all these other areas, like emotionally, spiritually, shit around the house is done, like the physical aspect of managing the kids and make sure they get to the appointments. Like all that shit is like I don't like. I don't see an issue with that. But because European Western society has programmed us to say the man should be out there, the one killing the deer and bringing it home, and not the woman, whenever that situation is reversed, it's like that does some psychological trauma shit to the man. And
I don't think a guy should just go ahead, and I'll give women this. I don't think a guy should just go ahead and just accept the fact that he's a stay-at-home dad. I think if he's not working at the time and she is working, I think a woman needs to go ahead and say, okay, what are you trying to do, and how can I help support it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to just be comfortable with you sitting around the house, though. But I'm also not going to try to, you know what I'm saying, though, degrade you as a man because you're not working right now. So what it is that you want to do, let me help you. And I think that means a lot.
How many women had that mindset, though?
Huh?
How many women had that mindset? Like that's supportive.
Taught it.
That's
I
true.
think we try to look too many women that are already broken instead of the young girls that are coming up to teach them. The same way with the young boys.
Good point.
One of my favorite Nas songs is I Can. And, it's about teaching the youngsters about growing up to be better instead of worrying about, people are going to follow you, That's on them. But once you're at a certain age, you're going to do what you're going to do. So what are you trying to do beyond that to actually be to teach the next generation? This is my opinion. Pete, I'm sorry, man. My bad.
You good? You good?
I know, Pete. I know you don't really want to. I know you was letting y'all can talk as long as y'all want because you don't want to really talk about this. So Pete, I'm gonna ask you again. We often hear once you're married or in a serious relationship, you should just have sex with that one person. But everyone who was married in a serious relationship still occasionally wants to fuck other people. But they want to build with that one person. In fairness, it's like She's Gotta Have It, the show. Watch that, Spike Lee. This applies to women as well. But society will make these people feel guilty. So what are your thoughts, Pete? And what are your thoughts on monogamy in general?
He asked that shit extremely direct, Pete, just now. That shit. That was direct as shit.
Yeah, man. Look, man. God damn it.
Miss Green, we love you.
Hey.
We love you, baby. We just talking, baby.
You family. You family, Mrs. Green. You family.
Don't kill us, baby. We trying to live, baby.
Hey, man. Society a bitch, man. That's what it is, man. Marriage is business anyway. It's a business. If your business ain't together, man, I think you should wait on the marriage, like for real, like, 'cause this is a sacrifice. You know what I mean? If your shit ain't together and you come in and bring two people who shit ain't together, that's a hell of a hill to climb. You know what I mean? Like, so, that's just the nature of the beast. Of course, you don't want to fuck somebody else. Would you want to fuck with somebody else as a couple? No. Like, nigga, sometimes you just need a nut. It be that way. You know what I mean? Shit don't be happening in a relationship like how it go. That's how it be, man. But, I mean...
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
It's all about what you willing to sacrifice and what you willing to do. Unfortunately, life, don't worry how you want to fucking want it to work, man.
Yeah.
You got to deal with it how you got to fucking deal with it at the end of the day.
Now, Pete, but you brought up a good point, though, bro. Like, taking on the emotional aspect or proportion of dealing with that person outside of your primary situation. It's like that's a lot to deal with, right? And if you're not a person that knows how to relate to people who have different temperaments, then that's a disaster waiting to happen. That's a fucking disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, man, that's real. You know, and at the end of the day, if your shit ain't together, you can't help others, man. Although you try to mask it and do what you can because you love them and shit like that, but you know, it's all about how you handle it, man. Like, you gotta, the marriage, you sign a fucking paper, you know what I mean? And then it's like, it's a license and shit. So what you have a license for? A business. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you working towards something, then work towards that shit. You know what I mean? And you gotta sacrifice. Love gets sacrificed in it too. You know what I mean? Everything is what you willing to do to make sure the business is good. You know what I mean? And hey, hey, I can show you better. I can tell you, man. Life's a bitch, deep down, swagger hot, and you never know where you're gonna go. That's my exit. You see my exit. My exit is out of there.
Y'all number us 3-1. I don't know what else to say after. Hey, listen, man. You know, I can't say y'all for the betterment of women, and then leave 2 to 3 women out here lonely. That's some selfish shit.
And I mean,
you can't be out here doing your thing, Gina, and leave Big Shirley in the street.
I don't know, man. It's tough, bro.
What you about to say, Chuck?
Nah, what you got to say, bro? It's I don't know and of course, you know, we know this is from a man's perspective, but even from a female's perspective, like if she's fucking in a marriage or if she's fucking a dude and she's not being sexually fulfilled, like how does that play out? Like if she's not getting that need met, that's just gonna
play out the same damn way. They just don't get caught.
Yeah, right.
Right. Don't fuck no dudes raw. Don't fuck my peoples. Don't fuck nobody I know like that. But go ahead and. I always say I think it's listen, man.
Hey, man, you go out of town. Me and my girls, we going to Baltimore. We out.
I know y'all about to have a girls trip moment. Y'all probably going to have the grapefruit and all that.
Yeah, we good.
You need some rubbers? Hey, you need some rubbers? Here you go.
You need some rubbers. That's some deep shit right there.
But I don't know, man. But
if you do that, if you're honest like that, I feel like society makes it feel like you calling her a hoe. It's like, no, I'm not calling you a hoe.
Yeah.
360 days of the year though, but it's 5-day vacation. Yeah, you probably going hoe.
Yeah. But you know, I really quick.
I don't want to know. I don't want to talk to you about it, bitch. But
yeah.
You know what you're doing at the game, man.
I know you get dick thrown at you every day. I can't be this honest and say that you're not gonna fuck. You get dick is thrown at you literally every minute.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Like so I monitor the conversations. I monitor the conversations going on within like the poly community, and you know the number one reason that I see people making a fuss at sleeping with multiple people, and it's a valid reason, but it highlights that it's not a moral issue. It's more so of a catching STDs or sleeping with somebody who has some type of disease issue. Like that's the number one, and that's a valid thing. But
no, it's not.
But
that's masquerading, Chuck.
Huh?
That's masquerading. The reason why I say it's masquerading and not completely interrupt you. I'm sorry, but
no, you're good, bro.
I feel like that is people insecurity as far as how they would feel if they were cheated on versus the disease. The diseases part isn't. Listen, it's not. Most people don't catch AIDS or STDs.
Yeah.
And most STDs, even if they do catch them, they're not life-threatening.
Yeah.
So that's just people just like, you know what? I don't know how I would feel.
Yeah. Well, I said it because it was more so because of the contrasting view, which was typically being like a moral issue. Like if you're sleeping with multiple people, that's bad. Like that's not the conversation that I'm hearing. So the moral piece is gone because we already know that has nothing to do with morality. Like unfortunately, religion has built that into society where you have multiple partners. That's a moral issue. You have no self-control. So religion has done a lot of damage, more harm than good, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Birth of a Nation with the brother. You know what time it is, though, man. Religion is bullshit, though, man. But I say, man, listen. you have to be honest with who you are. And I think a lot of people get into certain relationships, a lot of relationships, trying to pretend that they're not who they are. Then once the temptation happens, they find out it goes back to who they are. Then now they have to feel bad for who they already were when they came into the relationship. Knew I liked the fuck, and people try to make you feel guilty for who you were, for who you are, because of their own expectation of who they want you to be.
Yeah. You should. Amber Rose last year put on a conference in LA called Slut Walk, and she was. I think she's trying to shift the idea of women who feel shameful that they have or sleep with multiple men.
Shift the narrative.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. It really is.
I have no problem with a woman who's a hoe or a slut if she just says she's a slut. Don't have a slut walk, and then if I call you a slut, make it think I'm wrong for calling you a slut.
Well, that word has. Well, I think that word has a negative connotation to it. So even though her
slut walk, bitch, if you in the slut walk, you a slut.
But I think.
What are we talking about?
No, but I think
you're in the goddamn slut walk. You're a fucking slut.
No, but I think
what are you doing in the slut walk?
She was trying to shift it, though.
What are you marching for? What the fuck? What are we talking about? I don't care about no connotations and this shit. Bitch, you a slut. You're in the slut walk.
That's hilarious.
What are you here for? Compassion? What the fuck are we talking about? You are in high heels and a skirt in something that's called a slut walk. Now, I'm not saying that you wear high heels and a skirt, you're a slut. But if you're in high heels and a skirt in a slut walk, there's nothing wrong with me calling you a slut. In fact, if you get offended, then you owe an apology to all the other sluts that's in the walk. What the fuck are we talking about, man? They're marching for sluts.
That's great.
I don't want a person in the KKK marching the civil rights movement. I don't want Donald Trump and the Black Lives Matter movement.
He might already be in that shit.
Well, he might have ordered the trade in with his
yeah, truth be told, that nigga might be in that shit.
He likes dick. That's where it started at. But
this is interesting dialogue. Yes, it is. Very interesting dialogue. Fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But Barack Obama got out of office and we got an orange president, so I guess orange is the new black.
This guy.
I was gonna get into this whole. Do y'all want to even talk about this whole Monique situation? Y'all want to leave? Y'all want to go ahead and just go into the sports and these bars? What y'all doing?
Yeah, I'm good on Monique. What's up? What else we got? Monique. Good. What's up,
yeah, man. She Hey, you want to say anything about Monique or Oprah, Chuck? You good?
Yeah, I'm good if y'all good. Like I'm going with the crew. Like whatever y'all boys say, I'm on.
You know what? It's just Monique and Oprah. It's just Oprah. By the way, that was check them out. Give props to people. Pete, you posted it up. I think his name was Carcino, Karcno for life.
I'll post
the number 4 in life, where he talks about Oprah, but
I'll post a link on the page. Yeah, it was. Long story short,
check it on YouTube. Yeah.
Long story short, don't fuck with Oprah. Don't fuck with Oprah. Long story short.
Yeah, she's a savage. Itch with a B in the front.
Yeah.
But hey man, you know what? We're gonna get right. We're gonna get into the. Matter of fact, before we go ahead and get into the sports topics, y'all brothers, if y'all can y'all mention positive people that are trying to uplift the black community, personal and famous in y'all lives? Chuck, start with you, Pete, and then I'll go ahead and mention mine. You got anybody?
Yeah, there's a brother here in Baltimore. Asar Winkler. He's studied. His name is Asar Winkler. AUSAR WINKLER. He studied under Ray Hagins, and he started at African Temple here in Baltimore. And so they have lecturers. They've had some high profile scholars come down to their center in Baltimore and give talks. And he has a radio show that he does. I don't know if it's 5 days a week and whatnot, but he teaches entrepreneurship. He teaches relating. He's married, got I think three kids, 2 sons and a daughter or something like that. Real cool brother, man. I've hung out at his temple. I actually went to his temple a couple of times, and I got to have dinner with him and his family and whatnot. So he's doing some big things here in Baltimore, and he's teaching real estate. He's trying to teach people, black people, how to invest in real estate. So shout out to Asar Winkler.
I like that, man. Asar Winkler.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to my cousin Noah, man. Like the short cousin I guess we had on the show last time. And she out here on the front line doing her thing, doing it the grassroots way. She been between out in Georgia and West Virginia, fighting for the school systems out in West Virginia, doing her thing. Like, so shout out to her, man. She a real one. Salute to her.
Lady who did the 13th, and also did the movie Selma, Ava DuVernay. She started out filming at 32 years old. She's a prime example, first of all, a living embodiment of a black woman that is doing her thing. And as far as with ageism, everybody try to age you so much though, but person who at 32 years old, it was the first time she put on camera and started filming, and for her to be doing what she's doing and putting our story on film is powerful, and it's never too late. So shout out to her, Ava DuVernay. Yeah, man, that's a good move. That's a good look right there, though. Matter of fact, I also want to give a shout out to I know that's going to sound crazy though, Jason Weaver, who has totally said, you know what, if Hollywood's going to give me a chance, I want to make my own chance, make my own opportunity. So then what he's doing with his own independent films, the movies he's had out there. Jason Weaver is the brother who was on the song with Chingy, I think One Call Away. And then obviously he played Little Michael in the movie Jackson 5 An American Dream back in like 92, 93. But yeah, man, this brother has really done some great things in the film industry outside of Hollywood, though. And to the sister Monique, you need to do the same thing, man, because you have the power to be able to do that. Take the power within yourself. Stop looking for the industry to go ahead and help you out. Jesus, sports. How do you feel about that James Harden move? Was that where did that rank on a disrespectful meter, Pete?
Yo, that's right under. I put that under the Iverson stepping over Tyronn Lue, because none is more disrespectful than that.
Yeah, you step over a person, yeah, disrespectful.
Yeah, actually, maybe top 3, because the one where who was, I think it was either Scottie Pippen or
over Ewing.
Yeah, he dunked over Ewing and pointed at him and shit. Yeah, so like I'll put that in the top 3. Like because that was ugly the way he shook him and then he stood there and looked at him and shit and shot the 3. That was ugly. But Iverson, none was more disrespectful than Iverson stepping over the joint, stepping over Tyronn Lue, man. The only game they won in the finals, even though they got cheated, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, man. That was, man. I'm telling you, man. We healthy, man. Golden State, I'm gonna have a problem.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a doozy. But yeah, man. I don't know. Where do you think DeMarcus Cousins is gonna go?
Man, that's a good question. I don't know. I think him and because I don't think John Wall gonna stay in Washington. So shit, him and Cousins might go somewhere and go kill some shit.
What if? Because they are balling without John Wall. What if John Wall went to New Orleans?
That's a good one. We signed with New Orleans. Hey, Davis.
Yeah, get Drew Holiday.
Wall and Cousins. Yep.
Yeah, you could get Drew Holiday and some other pieces they got, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And then rid of John Wall.
LeBron might look at what if LeBron look at some shit like that, like Cousins? Wall together?
Right.
Just saying. Anything's possible.
No doubt. I don't know. Is there any other sports talk?
Just ready for the draft, man.
I know. Wait. I know we just got Vontae Davis, right?
Yeah, we got Vontae Davis, man. I'm trying to see. It looks like we're going to keep Tyrod. We might trade him somewhere. I don't know. So, I'm just ready for this draft to get popping Raiders. It's off season to get going. Until then, mum's the word.
Yeah, I think we're going to be all right. Did the Bills make the playoffs 2 years in a row? What you think?
Yeah, man. If we play right, shit, it's more than the playoffs next year. You just got to play it right.
Yeah, I agree. I concur.
You got to play it right. So
we gonna see. We got a great shot though to make the playoffs 2 times in a row.
Yes, sir.
It's the first time since we don't mention those numbers. All right, man. Pete, are you ready, man? To go ahead.
Hey, man. Let's get it going. You know what I'm saying?
Really quick. Y'all want some y'all want a beat? Y'all want some music? I've been watching a lot of freestyles lately on YouTube. So I got an instrumental queued up. I don't know what the legal ramifications of it, but if y'all want the music, I can definitely get that queued up.
That's cool. Hold off on that one. We gonna come back to that. You know what I mean? When nigga Meyer had some shit he wanted to get off his chest real quick, and he wanted me to follow up with a verse too, so we gonna do that. And then, Ho's gonna eat, and then everybody eat again, and that's what we do. I can't wait.
So what y'all want to start with?
Go.
Let's get it.
All right. So Pete, what you want to do? You want to start off with your joints you already had before that, or do you want me to start off with the
hey man,
joint?
You got a hook for him, Mike. I got a verse for it. Let's get it. Let's rock and roll, my nigga.
Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. Here we go. Long gone are the days when I ran the streets trying to get paid. Long gone are the days when I ran the streets trying to get paid. Ooh, and now.
Never had bricks, but I played my part. The odd job niggas sold nicks at parks. Played delivery boy for Unc, he would give me 50. Get rich, die trying was the motto, get me? Listen, music, money, and herbal essence. Life lessons, trying to survive through the pain and stressing. Living the life that's truly not yours, so you go through the motions to your next big score. Running these streets because it provides temporary relief, but it only hides the pain of the heartache and grief. You gotta do better for yourself and those kids. Been taking L's long enough, you do for some wins. Life a long road, especially for the man with melanin, because everyone to get you, homie, let that settle in. What you looking for, you won't find in the streets. You gotta look inside yourself, the only way you be free. Prop.
Long gone are the days when I ran the streets trying to get paid. Long gone are the days when I ran the streets trying to get paid. Ooh, and now. Yeah.
Yeah,
that boy had that 90s touch on it.
Shout out to Hollister, baby.
That boy had that 90s
Shout
touch.
out to Hollister, good old brother Dave, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you beat
Shout out
that,
to good brother
I love that
Hollister,
bridge.
man.
I've always loved that
All right, y'all boys
That's that
putting
shit, G.
y'all boys in the kitchen cooking. Okay.
I make it happen, man.
Yo, listen, man. That's just a tidbit, man. We gotta chop it up. I haven't sang in a while. God damn.
I know. I was shocked when that just bust out. I'm like, oh, whoa, wait.
You're singing no shit.
That shit reverberated through the house.
He said reverberated through the house.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, okay.
Listen, Hov.
But Meyer, like I gotta thank you. Meyer, now when I write, like most of the times I do these joints, like they to a beat. You know what I mean? But good brother Meyer reminded me of the Lupe Fiasco Kick Push 2 joint. So as we was riding in the wheels, like listening to this shit, like I started writing all the bars and everything like that. I got like 25% written while we was just driving, listening to the song, playing that shit back and forth. So I just wanted to like formally thank that man for that. You know what I mean, just for what's about to actually, you know what I mean, happen.
No.
Yeah, I mean, so great looking brother Mike.
I gotta thank him for what's about to happen.
Hey.
That was the most humble arrogance I've ever heard in my life. Go ahead, brother.
No, it ain't though, but you know what I mean, the bars line up with it. So the kid with the book bag and towel on his neck had a fire in his heart from what fiends would hit. Because they couldn't kick with the pusher man push, so it kicked down the door, which death overtook. All he see is sadness, good times, and pain. It's on in his house, co-singing Rick James. The shit he can't forget is when his uncle had to leave because the pushers wanted to kick him to the point he couldn't breathe. So he went to Boston just to find a better call, and Jack Daniels had his number and would call him every morning. Jim Beam, his afternoon would be his main squeeze. I dream a genie, his bottle is where he sleeps. Not a white girl, stiff his way to grief, so now he's pushing the kick, the nose drips and bleeds. But he had his dad overtaken by women, accepting underneath what his achievements would need. But he cherished what he made, and what he made was me, a motivated sperm with Edison light speed. But the light he produced was Edgar Allan Poe, gave his pop the same name as the Bieber he wrote. Came out the other side with a different kind of glow, Jay-Z on the hustle, that's why he call him Ho. Being sick made him different, fucked up by the weather. Every sick kid to kick life, push him to get better. Remembers the little girl died in the same hospital, played the rec room and never health deemed it possible. Lost kids on the same bus that he used to ride, still crying over moms who died to get high. Wanted to meet demise, but his daughter gave him hope. Sing with friends on the phone who cheers what he wrote. Crack kicked me and pushed me to greatness. So I kick rhymes to push our dreams with flavor. It's a different kind we breathe, so I raise my glass and sing. I do it off of our dreams and spit it for their fiends. Cheers to more green.
Amen.
Not about it, man. That's a problem.
They push it, baby. You gotta kick and push.
Amen.
Uh-oh. Pete?
What happened? It's me. I told God, thank you for the ups and downs, because going through the downs is what keeps you grounded. Not punishment, but learning through mistakes. The predator of prey, trying not to get ate. Listen, these are more than just words. This my lifeline. That true shit that keeps my thoughts in the same mind. Without music, I would lose it, man. I've seen it happen. Understand that it's more than just rapping. Nowadays, they are acting. Embarrassed in my class, so I'm going Joe Jackson and beating all their ass. Basically, I'm on another level. My song flow. King shit from a nigga who was pro-black, bro. Reclaiming the time like Auntie Max taught us. If you in the way to move, bitch, like Ludacris behind us. Prop.
Imagine being a creation born into a nation where it was blatant that you were hated. The more melanated often have bodies hanging or faces connected to pavement. Black Panthers forced to be sent into bondage by colonizing racists. Now this is what you're facing. Now imagine you trying to walk in pacing and then go ahead and have yourself sent off to a station and then go ahead and give misinformation. That's what the fuck you have to go ahead and have that as information that you have to go ahead and state it. Yo, man. Listen.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Listen, man. You're not playing. Not playing. It's not a joke. JP Moore Green. I want to talk to y'all brothers for a minute, man.
What up, man?
Information out. Album, EP, LP. When's it coming out?
Shit, man.
I'm still going for April.
This is rapping. I just want to rap. So whenever. It come out whenever.
Whenever?
Come out whenever. He said April, then it's April. He said April, then it's April.
Yeah.
Because, what's the name out there? You know what? Is that brother? I mean, I'm talking a little shit. Austin Wallace, where you at, bro? Where your bars at, bro?
One of the rituals brought me to more Twitter views, so I flew the coop like the DeLorean did. I'm back to prove that my future goals move forward. The actual sun lose, see error I can't do. I'm dancing on anything I touch. I'm a monster. Rep all the kids, Godzilla to all who harms them. So you better mind your manners while you leave your shirt with red mics. The test you couldn't handle, huh? My math A1, you can hear I got the sauce. Cover your eardrums, bang like pocket in elevators 5 times the juice. Squeeze until I'm through, I'm nothing but trouble, dude. Couple of birdies told me they tried to bury us but didn't know that we were seeds, so Pete, we gotta eat. Maya, we gotta write it down. Chuck, we gotta keep it organic and cast our own sound. Man, you hear these pronouns? You see, I'm a pro now. Learning from the greats, I'm hot like Granny House when chicken covered the plate. Amen to all his grace. I'm a goddamn winner, born sinning with J. Cole's fade. Back in 2013, I was a total wreck, like this Paul Walker's whip with Jenga with defense. Treated my family bad, so I had to acquiesce. What would treat them best? I never found it, I guess. That sadness just reads within. Swipe a nose, swipe and see that people keep the girls close. Give them bad directions, or I teach me and more to navigate every route. Man, fuck it, I'm off this now. Just the more green. I just go when I'm told.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. You ignorant fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
I can keep all that. Like, we got more shit to do. We got more shit to do. I could do more shit.
I just want to rap, man. You said April, it's April. Shit, it's whatever.
Man.
Whatever, man.
Rap,
I think I got a studio locked down.
If you want to rap, though, man, where you at, man? It sound like, he's trying to patiently wait, man, for a track to explode on. But, where you at? Where you at, brother? Where you at, brother? Where's the J and this P. Moore Green situation going? What are you doing, brother? Getting these beats ready?
Yo, that's all I do. Yo, I just cleared out my other fucking hard drive, which means I can transfer all of the DJ files from Serato to my other hard drive, which means we have 250 gigs of beats to make. I have everything in line. I have all the crates upstairs. Great looks the good brother Meyer helping me move all that shit up there. We're back. It's like fucking what was that? Let's take it to the good old Coming to America. Mortimer, we're back. Look. Yo, I'm on shit again. I have $1,015,000 to make by the end of the year. $200,000 for Mia, $200,000 for Nori, $200,000 for Man, $200,000 for Jag, $200,000 for Jacob, and $15,000 so I can get my pilot's license. We got shit to do. I got kids who college need to be paid. Let's fucking take it there. Foot to neck season. Let's fucking go. I'm on shit. Let's go. Let's eat. Tired of talking. Let's just show the world, man. Tired. Got shit to do.
You heard it first, man. You heard it first. This is live and recording, man. So, all right, man. All right. Brother P said he just want to rap, man. Ho said he said I got the beats. See, yeah. All right. Get ready, man. Get ready. But yeah, man. Listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and say my piece. God loves y'all. I barely tolerate y'all, though, man. This has been a great show. We talked some real shit on this one. Jesus Christ.
Or Buddha, or Krishna, whatever your belief is. No, I'm joking. Let me stop.
Yeah, Buddha, Krishna, yeah. those titles. I guess. I'm joking, man. No disrespect, man. Whatever you believe, man, we with you, man. You know what I'm saying, though, and that's just my piece. Chuck?
Yeah, this is Chuck. Hashtag stay woke.
Oh.
Well, all right.
Hove?
Hey, man. Ace is up. Ace of all trades. Apparel. J More Music. JP More Green. He got shit to do. I'm gone.
Skyline views high in the clouds. We take flights. The creators are the guys. So the prayers I inscribe. Written through the language of illness. I've been this. JP More Green. So we really about that business. Savage catastrophe and pure devastation. Let me chill. Yo, man. Two fingers means peace.
That nigga just hype me up. I'm about to say, oh shit, we go. Let's go, nigga.
Hashtag, I just want to rap. And that's all, man. Just pray. Just watch out. Just stay tuned. All that good shit. Yeah.